Hey guys, so let's talk about correct breathing. And before we get into how to breathe correctly, let's talk about what are the importances of breathing. Can we go without breathing, like even for a minute? Some people not even for a minute, some people for a few minutes. But really, breath is so important. And what I love about yoga is that it calls breath pran. Pran is actually life force. When you literally translate it from Sanskrit to English, it's life force, it's not breath. So that really communicates to us how important it is to breathe and to breathe correctly. And yet millions, if not billions of people go without breathing correctly. So today we're really going to talk about that. So remember, your breath is what controls your metabolism. And yet so many people just skip this. We're focused on how to improve metabolism through food, exercise, correct training, but we forget what's really the main switch for metabolism is your breath. So no matter how much weights you're lifting, how many marathons you're running, but if you're not breathing right, then you're not doing any good to yourself, all right? Breathing also controls our nervous system and it controls our mood. So it's extremely important to remember to breathe correctly. Also, when it comes to acid-alkaline balance, there's so many groups that are focused on keeping the body alkaline through food. But remember, digestion plays a tiny role when it comes to the acid-alkaline balance in our body. The main role is played by breath, is the respiratory system that actually controls the acid-alkaline balance in the blood. So here's a little tip. 4 times a day for 1 minute each time. You can do this either lying down, sitting down, standing up, or even walking. Put your stopwatch on and become aware of your breathing pattern. That's all. My tip is get out of the way of your breath. So the natural pattern of the breath, here are the 4 parts. There's a natural inhalation where the diaphragm expands and the belly relaxes. Then there's a natural pause for a microsecond. And then there's an exhalation where the diaphragm relaxes and a natural pause. Appreciate the natural pause. Don't try to breathe the breath. That's all that there is to the exercise. So for 1 minute, you're just going to become really aware of your breath and focus on oxygenating every living cell in your human body. Would you like to know how you can reduce stress, reduce pain, reduce your joint wear and tear, increase your lung capacity, increase your energy, and increase your blood circulation, look taller, and feel super bloody confident, all without exercising? Here's your tip and trick. All you need to do is improve your posture. And improving your posture really isn't as difficult as some people make it out to be. Of course, I'm not saying it's child's play. It does take work and practice. Here's a simple little trick, practice rather, that you can do every single day, and within 7 days, I promise you, you would have improved your posture. So again, for about 30 seconds in the day, you're going to stand against a wall with the back of your heels, your calf muscles, your butt cheeks, some part of the top of your upper back or your scapulas, and the back of your head touching a wall. Simply standing against a wall like this might sound really easy, but believe me, whatever postural imperfections you have or whatever bad postural habits you have developed are going to show up. Like you might find that you can't touch one calf or cannot touch the calves at all. That the butt cheeks are kind of sinking in towards the floor, towards the heel. Do all of this while looking straight eye level. You want to make sure that the head does not look up and it does not look down. Yeah. So it sounds easy, but it's not. Whatever imperfections you have are going to show up, and whatever corrections that need to be made will be made. It is safe and it's easy to do. I want to talk about a common yoga myth, and that is that yoga makes you lose weight. Now, it just depends how you're going to turn and twist that statement. But generally, the yoga community or the yoga buyers and practitioners could buy into this myth very easily, and it's not true. Yoga does not make you lose weight. The only thing that makes us lose weight is creating a caloric deficit. So, if I'm burning 2000 calories in a day, if I can bring my intake down to 1800 calories. So what I'm trying to say is that creating a negative caloric deficit is what's going to make one drop the excess weight, not yoga. Now, to create this deficit, you could be doing yoga, you could be playing football, you could just not be doing anything and taking less calories. It just depends. I'm not saying one way is healthier than the other or not. It just depends what you take on and what your lifestyle is, and each individual needs to be looked on as an individual, because there is no one size that fits all. Yoga is like the practice to bring your endocrine system in the best health. It really is beneficial to your skeletal system and make sure that you have healthier bones. It works on your muscles, it works on your respiratory system and your breath like I don't really know what other form of exercise does. But to say that yoga makes you lose weight, I think is a bit wrong. A great beginner yoga pose, or a great pose to do even if you're recovering from an old injury or recovering from illness, is a posture called samasthiti. Samasthiti means sam is balance and sthiti is a way of being. So a balanced way of being is learning to stand straight against a wall. If you heard me in the earlier tip where I talk about good posture, I have explained how you can do samasthiti, or this posture, just standing straight against a wall. Just standing like this and doing a few deep breaths will really bring a sense of balance, relaxation, and also rejuvenation into yourself. So I would recommend doing samasthiti against the wall, and the way I explain it to my clients is this concept of take the wall with you. So be in samasthiti no matter what you're doing. I'm sitting straight right now. If I was sitting this way, that would mean I'm away from my wall and out of samasthiti. So be in samasthiti when you're squatting, exercising, sitting, walking in samasthiti. Take the wall with you. Imagine those points behind at the back of your body touching the wall. To look at yoga as a physical practice would be like walking into the world's greatest treasure house, picking up a penny and walking out. Because really, yoga is so much more than just a physical practice. Yoga is really about a way of life. It's a way of thinking, it's a way of eating, it's a way of moving, and it's a way of being extremely aware of yourself. So when you're looking at yoga, please do have the discipline to get into yoga philosophy. Find out where it came from. Find out who created yoga. Please stop thinking about yoga practice as just a physical practice. It's really a way of life, and really a way of, I would say, discovering life. I think that sounds more like it.